Whoa, hey, I'm Beetle, and I'm here again to rate some more Animal Crossing villagers. Now, I do have part 1 over there, but you can see this part first, or whichever one you like. I do have to give my disclaimer again. This is not by any means the be-all and the list of all time. These are just some of the ones that I like, but I do like many more others. I just couldn't draw all of them. So, how will I divide this list? What I'm doing is saying which one is my favorite, which one I believe has one of the best designs, and which one I feel should be at least an honorable mention. If you're new here, please subscribe, and let's start with it. Hippos. I feel probably hippos are underrated. One of the things that I do like a lot is when some of the villagers look a lot like their real life counterparts, so Biff really sells that point. That color reminds me of real hippos, so that one is my favorite. Now for the best design, I decided to go with Harry. I feel that the fact that it has that beard mustache thing gives it an extra detail that most others don't have. And with the honorable mention, I thought about giving it to Rocco. He's a pretty cool guy. And also, Bubbles looks really cute too. But I decided to go with Hippo? I think that's how it's pronounced, since I think it's probably French. I'm not sure, and I'm really bad at it. But yeah, years ago he wouldn't be my first choice, but I think it's actually pretty unique. Horses. Horses have a lot of great designs actually. I like a lot of them, so this one was a hard choice for me. There's just one thing that I enjoy the most whenever I judge a villager from Animal Crossing, and that is when they have a really unique design that also decides to go an extra mile. And that for me is Julian. Julian has, well, he's basically a unicorn, so that's pretty unique. But he also has that horn on his model. His whole theme, the colors, the eyes, I think that's a great design. So even though that is probably what I would consider the best, I chose it as a favorite. And what I chose as the best design was another one that I felt that really had to be in the spotlight, and that is Savannah. Savannah has, well, she's a zebra, and aside from that, she's really cute. Like, look at those eyes and her whole style. I think it's great. Now for the honorable mention, I thought about quite a few. I think Colton has a really great theme. Elmer is actually one of my favorite horses. The new one, Renee, I think she looks really cool. And Roscoe is also a pretty cool horse. But the one I went with was Victoria. Her whole theme with the racing horse, I think that's really fun. Kangaroos. I never thought about kangaroos a lot, but there are actually some great designs in there. Walt is clearly my favorite with the whole tough guy look, alongside a pretty remarkable scar in the form of an X. Next, for the best design, I believe Kit has that going for her. First of all, I think that the female kangaroos are really cool because they have their little, how they're called? Joeys? Yeah, I think that's it. Her design reminds me of a real looking kangaroo, but also has that, but also incorporates, I feel, some of that eye bags in the eyes, which feels like a mother that doesn't sleep because of her baby, perhaps. And that is fun. Now for the honorable mention, I think Marcy is a very soft looking and nice looking kangaroo. And with Astrid, I really like the whole look that she has. But I went with Matilda. Matilda Aside from probably being a great reference to the Waltzing Matilda, she has some pretty cool looking colors. I think the black and the purple with the white, I don't know, works really well. Koalas. I never thought at first that I would like koalas, but just arriving in my town in New Leaf, I had the biggest surprise finding the one that is my favorite. Alice, I find absolutely cute. She has those cute pins in her hair, which looks like she has, I don't know, big ponytails or something. And her eyes and her nose, which I thought would actually bother me about koalas. I think her nose is the best part about her. Now with the best design, I think I had to go with Eugene. That's just cool, and that's it. He has that whole style, I don't know, rockabilly, I think 50s, I don't know, 50s, 60s, leather jacket, tough guy with the glasses, and it's also really funny seeing him without glasses. Now with the honorable mentions, I think I have to mention a lot of them. Lyman probably was very close to being the best design. Sydney is really cute. I feel Gonzo has a cool theme, but I'm not sure what it is. Melba is also a really nice looking one, very cute. But I had to go with Canberra. Yes, one that is usually considered a little bit ugly, but I have to say, I think her design is actually great. I don't know, there's something about her that feels very koala and that feels like a good design. Lions. When choosing lions, I have such a soft spot for my good buddy Bud. I think his design is so cool. He has that vibe to him. He's all chill at the beach probably, having fun in the sun. I don't know. He looks the part, he feels the part. Great design in my mind. Now for the best design, I had to go with the fancy one. The one with the white and gray hair. That is Lionel. Lionel, well, he just has that fancy look. The mustache and everything. I think it fits him pretty well, and that to me feels like a great design. Now with the honorable mentions, I was really close to picking Rory. I feel he has a good theme and the colors work really well. And maybe even Rex too, there's something to it. But I feel Elvis. Elvis is the one. Again, a cool, probably 2 scars, cool eyebrows. He feels like a king, like a lion should. Monkeys. Again, a lot of times, I don't know, sometimes you judge very quickly and you think you won't like something. And I wasn't sure I would like monkeys, but I think there are very good designs in here. For my favorite, it was a tough one because all of these 3 I really feel could fit the other spots, but I had to choose. So for my favorite, I chose Nana. Nana has that very cute and simple look. Very nice looking pink. The eyes are minimalistic but really fun. For the best design, I think probably one of my favorites here, and that is Tammy. Tammy, well, I think that's kind of a lemur, and I really like all of her color scheme, which probably goes really well with her personality. And for the honorable mentions, I think Elise is probably very underrated. Sherry is a very popular one. I think Flip has a curious looking and fun looking face. But I chose Deli. Deli there's something about it, that fur with the face, I think just goes really well. Big eyes, I don't know, something about the fur that looks really fun to me. Mice. I had trouble choosing with this one. I think I was gonna use a different order, and then I got confused and then chose other ones, but I'm pretty happy with my final results still. I think my favorite has to be one of the ones I've had in my town, which is Bella. She's just a fun punk rock, cute looking mouse. Then for the best design, it had to be the one I think is the most fun completely, and that is the little rat thief, Rizzo. He has that Japanese theme where the robber would usually have something covering his face, and that is pretty fun to me. And now with honorable mentions, I think I will mention the ones I thought I would actually put in the list before. That would be Greta, very cute and very nicely themed Japanese mouse. Then Bree would be another one. I think she was designed as a very pretty one. Samson, look at his smile. I think it's such a perfect example of a mouse. And also Dora, I think that's a female equivalent of the perfect example of a mouse. There are many great ones, but I had to go with Penelope because using the ears as the big bow is very creative, and I think that really seals the deal. Octopus. I think this one was a really tough one because there are only 3 options, as it seems. For my favorite, the one I've had, and I think one that looks really cute, you can guess by now, and that is Marina. I think her color scheme, the fact that she has like little bow in the back, I think that is a really nice touch. Then for the best design, it had to be Sucker. Really goes well with that takoyaki theme that it has. That is so clever. And for the honorable mention, I have to say sorry because I actually didn't choose Octavian. I really like Octavian. I think he looks just like the proper and best looking octopus. That's the best depiction, but I had to go with Inkwell. Yes, I love a Splatoon. I couldn't leave him out of it. I know he's not the usual one, but I had to draw him because I'm such a big fan of a Splatoon. So yes, that's my reason why. And it's a really great depiction of the squids that appear in this Splatoon franchise. Ostriches. I think I find really curious that most of all are really not a real ostrich. But either way, for my favorite, I chose Gladys. Again, I love the Japanese themes, so I think she's a really cute one, that's it. For the best design, I think one of the most fun and unique ones is Flora. Who doesn't like that, pet flamingo in the backyard? So that one is really, really cute. And for the honorable mention, I think there are very cool ones in here. Phoebe has that phoenix look. Sprocket, who wouldn't like a robot? Julia being a fancy peacock. But I chose Sandy. Sandy either has that completely natural ostrich look, but also in some way I think perhaps some of turkey inspiration. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm seeing things. But either way, I like it. The color scheme is great. The eyes feel great. I think it's a good design. Penguins. Who doesn't love these chubby little birds? So, for my favorite, This has to be... This looks like one of the penguins that I like in real life, and that would be Hopper. Those eyebrows and the way the eyes look, that's really cool. Then I struggled for the best design, but I chose Cube. I think the blue that it has and the uniqueness of the eyes, I think that's really great. For the honorable mention, I thought about some. Tex looks really cool. Wade is one of the best looking ones. And look at Aurora. She looks really cute. I feel Flo is a very underrated one. But I chose Sprinkle. Sprinkle I feel has a great design. The colors are great. The idea of her name is also great. Looks like a soft serve mint ice cream perhaps. That's just great. Pigs. I think some pigs are just absolutely hilarious. They look really fun. My favorite has to be Agnes. There's something about her eyes and her color scheme that I really like a lot. It's just me liking it. And the best design, it's one that I feel really embodies the usual idea that we have of a pig, but at the same time bringing something unique, and that is Peggy. She feels like a very energetic and fun looking with her hair and all, so I felt that was a great design. And for the honorable mention, there are some great ones. I think Boris looks really menacing, like a wild one. Chops is also very fun. Cobb has to be one of the funniest but also really coolest ones. There are many great ones, but I chose Rasher. There's something about that scar and his look. I think that is really cool. Rabbits. Now, again, a great list of great designs, and my favorite is sadly one that is many times disliked. I like some characters I feel that I really loved or hated, and Coco is just so adorable to me. I know that the fact that her eyes are basically holes feels scary to some people, but there's something just so cute about her. Like, she doesn't know how she looks. I can't even explain it. I think it's a good design based on the popular gyroids that are in the Animal Crossing franchise. So yeah, she's my favorite. For the best design, I chose Myra. She has that whole Sailor Moon, probably Sailor B look with the face mask. There's just something really cool about it. Feel it's a great design and it's one of the best. And for the honorable mentions, wow, there could be a lot. I feel O'Hare is pretty fun, and also he has a hat. The Francine and Chrissy, they're really just a great combo. Genji's a great Japanese looking one. Bonbon is a really cute looking one. Hopkins is also great. There's so many good ones, but I went with Carmen. I just think her design is absolutely adorable. The way her hair looks, her smile, it's simply very pretty, and that's how I feel. I really like her. Rhinos. I think rhinos have great designs, so I chose the ones that I really felt I liked. Funnily enough, I feel I would probably usually pick the masculine looking ones, but for my favorite, I really like Rhonda. Her style, somewhat gothic but also simple. The color scheme with the purple, I think it's great. For the best design, it was an easy choice, the most creative one, and that is Merengue. Merengue is just that pastry with the strawberry. That is just so creative, a great design. And for the honorable mention, I could mention Spike, he's pretty cool, and also Tank, a very normal looking but also cool looking rhino. But Renee really takes the cake. Wait, merengue? No, but really, her Sukeban style, bad girl trope perhaps, that's really cool. I really love the way her eye is done with the eyelashes. That's pretty unique. Sheep. I think sheep villagers are just great. They're so fluffy and they're so cute. And it has my most favorite and the one I like simply the most out of every Animal Crossing villager, and that is Pietro. Pietro is just a fun looking clown. I know some people do not like clowns, but I love clowns, and he's just so cute. His smile, his whole persona, and the way everything about it. I think he's my favorite looking design, my favorite animal. He's my best friend in the game. Now, for the best design, I think I had to go with one that I feel is really creative with the whole concept of the black sheep. And instead of just doing a black sheep, it's just a gothic one. And that is really creative. The eyes are also great, and the color scheme works really well with the purple. For honorable mentions, I think there are some good ones. Frida is very cool. The fact that she's pretty unique. Eunice is also a really good looking one. And Willow is really cute. There are many great ones, but I chose Vesta. There's something about her that maybe reminds me of a galaxy and the kind of sheep you would dream of or you would count while trying to sleep. She's very cute. She looks really adorable. That's it. Squirrels. Now, another fun story. First time I saw this one, I was impressed, and in a way that I didn't think. I thought it perhaps looked bad, but now I just have to say it's one of my favorite ones, and that is Hazel. I know her unibrow is probably usually not considered the best, but there's so much charm to her, and that is really fun to me. So she's my favorite squirrel. And then for the best design, I had to pick Agent S. If you know about the other superhero type villagers, I really like those. They're pretty unique, and Agent S is one of my favorite ones. If I didn't have Hazel, I would have her probably. Now for the honorable mention, I was very close to not picking this one because that is not my personal choice, but I still decided to go with it. But first I would like to mention the ones I think deserve that shout out. That would be Poppy, a very cute one. Sally, good looking one too. Blair is also really great. And Sylvana, probably a really cute one too. But I had to go with the boy that everyone loves, and that is Marshall. I don't know why he's so popular, but at the same time, I do get it. It's just funny to me. I just find it fun, but I do see why. Tigers. Now, tigers have to be one of the coolest looking ones. They look really tall and cool and serious. So my favorite is Rolf. The fact that it's a white tiger, but also incorporates some blue and the pink bags under his eyes. There's something really cool about it. I feel he's menacing, but at the same time, really cool. For the best design, I chose Bianca. A really similar idea to Rolf, but it also incorporates more tone shifts with the purple and all of that. And there's also like a leopard, something like that. So that is pretty cool too. For the honorable mentions, I would say Leonardo was really close to getting it, but Rowan, being the typical and the one that you would think when thinking about a tiger, I think that really won me over. Wolves. Now we're at the last one, and wolves are a species that I really like. So choosing was a little hard, but I decided to arrange it this way. So for my favorite, I chose Whitney. Whitney has a very classic style. You would think about her in a cold weather, and just a very elegant and cute looking wolf. For the best design, I had to go with this very old looking one, serious looking one, and that is Dobie. Look at those eyebrows, the wrinkles. I think that is just a pack leader, lone wolf, something like that, and that is really cool to me. And for the honorable mention, well, there are probably some. I think Freya is a very cute looking one. Sky is also very cute. I think Lobo looks great. Fang, I'm already mentioning everyone, but I'm just gonna say I chose Bibian. She reminds me of like a German Shepherd or a Belgian Shepherd, and that I think is pretty unique. So yeah, that's all the rest of the species. I hope if you haven't watched the first one, you go now and watch it. Hey, and if you're still here, comment with your favorite one. We can talk about it. Again, thank you a lot. Please leave a like and subscribe. I hope to see you very soon and that you stick around. I really want to think that I have great things coming up, and I hope that you will be here to watch them. Thank you. Bye.